5-minute bench ab routine. 5 exercises for 1 minute each. Let's work. First, we'll start with a reverse crunch. So you're going to grab a hold of the bench behind your head for leverage. Start with your knees bent at 90. Lift your knees so they come up and over towards your chest. As you get to the top, you want to make sure your hips come off the bench slightly. So you want to achieve that flexion of the spine curling in. Make sure you're hovering your feet over the ground. Keep repping them out. Make sure you're breathing. We're halfway there. Again, when you come down, knees should be in line with the hips. Feet hovering off the ground slightly. Every time you lower your legs, you're stretching out your core. And when you lift your legs, you're contracting. Take your time, control your legs each way. Coming down in the last few seconds, finish strong. Next up, we're moving on to a side plank with an oblique crunch. So now you're on this side plank, elevated on the bench. Big reach overhead, the stretch, and as you come to middle, bring the elbow and knee together. You can hold for a second to get the contraction, and when you release, really reach and lengthen. Make sure you're breathing. So we'll go 30 seconds one side, finishing here for 3 seconds left, and then you're going to switch to the other side quickly. Staying strong, keeping those hips up. From the side, your ankles, knees, hips, shoulders should be in one good line. Keep up the work, fighting through that burn. Coming down to the last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Next up, we got a jackknife. So you're just laying flat on the bench, supine, arms overhead in a streamlined position. I like to cross my thumbs here. And as you stretch all the way through the body from hands to feet, you're coming to the middle, coming up, meet in the middle. Again, you're controlling your body each direction. Focusing on your breath. As you really reach overhead, you're breathing in, lengthen out. As you come to the middle, breathe out, strong, and contract. Now being elevated here, your feet can dip below the bench a little bit. That adds a little more stretch. Here we go, keep repping it out. Coming on to 10 seconds. Finish strong here. 3, 2, and 1. Next up, we got a Copenhagen Side Plank with a hip knee flexion. So you're going to be on the ground, top legs elevated onto the bench, and you can see here I'm in a side plank. Bottom knee and hip are flexed at 90 degrees. You're going to hold here for 30 seconds. Bottom elbow, shoulders, all the way up to the top hand should be in line. Make sure you're breathing, hanging tight. 3, 2, 1, switch to the other side. You should be really feeling this in your adductors, so your groin area. Great for overall core strength and hip strength. Stay strong here. Coming up on the last 10 seconds. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Last exercise, the crossover crunch. So you're lying supine on the bench, knees bent at 90, feet hovering off the ground. You're going to meet in the middle, elbow to knee. Cross over, tap, hold, and release. And then we're just going to rep these out through the entire 60 seconds. Staying strong. Every time you come back, open up the elbows. Think about stretching out your midsection. Come to middle, cross over, and crunch and contract. The slower you go, the better. Coming up on the last 15 seconds. Keep it going. 10 seconds. Here we go. Finish strong here. 4, 3, 2, and 1.